guys, and good morning. Matt coming to you with another video from Costa Rica Crypto. And today I want to talk about something, and I'm just gonna be like brutally honest, because I'm not like Tom Brokaw. I'm not like this, I'm not trying to be anything other than me. But I think that I can provide some insights that are going to give you a little bit of background information that that might open your eyes a little bit. EOS is doing some cool stuff, man. Like, we got some cool things happening on EOS. And yesterday I took a dive into Horse Pay on how I think that that's absolutely brilliant. But at the same time, if you were a Genesis snapshot holder, you were dropped another drop that actually started trading yesterday too. And that drop that I'm referring to is, of course, Karma. And for me, when I first heard the idea of Karma, without like taking a deep dive into it, I'm going to be completely 100% honest. I rolled my eyes. And I'm sorry, I apologize, but I did. I was like, oh my God, we're going to have a bunch of people who are using cryptocurrency to talk about how amazing they are and all the kittens they saved. And I was just like, fan-freaking-tastic. Like, that's great. And I wasn't super impressed. And then I kind of looked into it, and man, like, my mind has changed. I'm not going to lie to you. It's trading right now. I picked some up after actually reading their white paper and kind of diving into it a little bit. It's trading right now at like 0.03 cents or something like that. Like, it's freaking dirt cheap right now. But I think that I'm going to use my Karma in a little bit of a different way. I'm going to just kind of give you like the quick version, and then I'm just going to blast through the white paper really quick and talk about a couple of things and why I think that it's actually like a legitimate, cool app. And here's kind of like one of the most interesting things about it. I think that we've all kind of been looking for that like application that our mom's going to come to us and be like, hey, Matt, I've been using Karma here, and just like, you wouldn't even really know it's on the blockchain aside from the fact that it talks about having a token. And I think that it's actually, the way that they've structured it is a lot more complex than I would have ever imagined. I thought it would just be something where it's like, I saved kittens, okay, send me money, great, pop. And it's really like, it's not like that at all. They built in some really, really cool features to make sure that that you're giving money to the right people. And the thing that I really like about it is I think that it almost has like the potential to be like a fundraiser of sorts. People could say like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to take the funds that you give me, and I'm going to do this. And not only that, but they've like integrated social media too, so that they can actually like, they can prove it to you through posts, and they've got like moderation guidelines. And the best part about it, they have a downvote button. So anybody who's just being insane and talking about, and I love kittens, don't get me wrong, but anybody who's like talking about how they rescued 8 kittens today, it's like a little bit more complicated than that. You can provide some proof. You can take pictures of receipts. You can take pictures of this and of that. And I think that the reason why I like it is that a lot of us, hopefully a lot of us, particularly at this time right now, have actually made some money in cryptocurrency. When I was younger, my parents introduced me to something in I'm not talking about like a secular way here. I'm talking about like strictly just being a good person and distributing some of the money that you make to charities and to causes that you can help out with. And I've always done that. And I think that a lot of us have been fortunate enough, and I'm far from a multimillionaire. Like, look at this chair. But I've been fortunate enough to make a little bit of money in the crypto space. And this is kind of a cool way of doing it. Like, it's not just like a little application where, it's like a full ecosystem. And I think that these guys have thought it out really, really well. So I went from being a complete skeptic to just shaking my head to being pretty impressed with it and snatching up some Karma so I can do a little bit of tithing myself. But let's go through I'm just going to go through the white paper here again. And like I said, I'm not trying to be 60 minutes. I'm just one guy talking about crypto because it's what I love to do. So if you go to the website at karmaapp.io, it pops up. And one of the things that I really notice about this is that what they have in their beta is going to be releasing really, really soon. The application looks clean. It looks nice. It's got good colors. It kind of reminds me of like the Airbnb app almost, and it's just laid out really, really well. I think that is super cool. Got the white paper. It's listed, of course, on a couple of exchanges, Big.one and Chance, which is one of my favorite trading platforms. Got the white paper listed, which I'm going to go through. But overall, it's just it's laid out really well. It's interesting, and I think that it's the kind of thing that people can catch on to, and like, you don't have to be. It's more like you don't have to be like a super crypto enthusiast to want to use this thing. And as I said, I was so skeptical, like so skeptical. And now that I've actually dug into it, I think it's freaking cool. I think that they've found a pretty good way to be able to curb like abuse and like shameless self promotion. And what I'm really like hoping will develop from this app is that people will find ways of like using the funds to do more good. So you'll actually be able to. We're not talking about like paying Jimmy because he swept up, his parents' bedroom. We're talking about like people who have causes, right? And one of the things that they mentioned in the white paper is they don't want to keep piling money into charities, but like, because a lot of the times the distribution of that money in charities doesn't go to the actual cause. It goes to like promotion, and then you've got like employees, and you've got this, and you've got that. So this is kind of an opportunity for people to give to other people using cryptocurrency, hopefully from money that they've earned, to be able to just do a little good and just be able to spread a little love. It's done by a guy by the name of Dallas Rushing, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I really like this guy. I think he's smart. I think he does a hell of a good job. I think he's a huge contributor to the EOS community. I think he has been for quite a while. Definitely a little bit of an eye roll when he introduced a Dapp. I was like, oh no. But when I look at this and when I break it down, I was like, this is freaking brilliant. Not only that, but he gave the option. He sent it out to the exchanges. Any of the exchanges that didn't commit to distributing it to their people, burned. And that's already done on the website. So yeah, the guy's like, he's cool, and guys give this guy such a hard time. Like, you got to stop into their Telegram group and see some of the abuse he puts up with. This guy just like shrugs it off. He's just like, he's positive, he's happy, he's upbeat, and I have a lot of respect for him. I think he's a good contributor to the community. But not only that, this guy has some heavy hitters on the team beyond this Dapp, right? We're looking at guys like NS James from Scatter is one of the advisor, Michael Yates from EOS DAC, and Saeed Jaffrey from EOS Cafe. So it's not just like somebody who's kind of slap chop this. This is some guy with some pretty good connections in the industry who has a pretty good grasp of how it all works. So if you get a chance, go check out the Karma app. I'm just going to do a quick dive through some of the really cool points in their white paper. I don't want to make this too long, but I just want to touch on some things that kind of brought me around to thinking like, this is a good freaking idea. I'm going to start off here. So just scrolling down, bear with me. So once again, abstract basically says like, yeah, you end up giving a ton of money to charity and then it gets spread around and it doesn't really go to the actual cause, which is kind of accurate. I think that's cool. So they've got the upvote function. So you're going to be able to say like, it's like a like button or whatever. So you can upvote a post if you think it's cool and you think it's sincere. And of course they can provide proof as to what they're doing through pictures, through videos, through whatever else. They've got a downvote button, which is like for those posts that you're kind of like, those eye roll posts that I was expecting, you can actually downvote and those will go away, right? You can comment, you can kind of comment on every post of something that somebody's doing. I'm really hoping that people are not just going to say like, hey, I did this, pay me. I'm hoping that they're going to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I plan on doing. This is where the funds are going to go. And this is how you can contribute. And I think that ultimately, like, that's what in my heart of hearts, I want to see this be used as. It's got like its own little social network. And like I said, it's a super cool looking app. It's interesting, it's bright, there's tons of categories, right? You got your user profile, and people can follow you. So it's kind of like almost its own little version of, Facebook, except it's like the Facebook for doing good stuff. Comes with an in-app wallet, so you can transfer these karma around. And not only that, but you can post photos, videos of the event, right? Which is cool. You can upload karma posts into other social media, which is going to get more people involved with the Dapp itself, which I think is cool. Preventing abuse. This is it right here. So on any social sharing platform, community regulation is essential, blah, blah, blah. But people can flag posts as inappropriate. And then karma basically has like a 3-strike rule that involves certain people who are designated within to be kind of an arbitration expert to be able to look it over. So anybody who's abusing the post is going to have their account shut down. They say that they're not going to have their tokens taken, but they're not going to be able to post under the same username. And you essentially build your username by creating followers and creating content that goes along with what you're doing. So the initial supply is 12 billion. They burnt a substantial amount of that, but they airdropped the majority of it. Of course, some went to the team, which makes sense, right? You got to be able to fund things, and I get it, man. But there's more future airdrops coming. There's inflation built into it as well. You can stake your tokens too, right? In order to stake your tokens, that's going to increase your voting weight. And then, of course, That's going to pull some out of circulation, which is ultimately going to make the asset a little bit more expensive. But as I said, like this is the Dapp where I picked up a bunch of them, and at first I was like, make a quick flip and make some money. And I kind of caught it on the lower end right now. It's on the way up on chance, but it's actually I've kind of taken it and I've looked into the system, and I think it's cool, man. And I think that I'm actually going to partake in this. I think I'm looking forward to this Dapp. I think it's a hell of an idea. And it's cool. So right now it's super cheap. You want to go out and you want to spread some of the wealth and just give back a little bit to the community and the other community. I think karma is going to go mainstream. I think this is going to be one of those things that, I don't know, I'm just throwing out examples here. Kylie Jenner is going to stand up and say, yeah, karma, I got the karma Dapp on blah, blah. I think it's going to blow up. So I think it's super cool. As I said, super skeptical. I'm sorry. I apologize. But you've turned me around. I'm a believer, and I think that karma is going to do some great things. So go over to Karma, check out their. I'm going to list the white paper below. Go check out their website. I think it's super cool. Beta's coming out soon. Good job, and let's all take some of those profits that we've made doing what we do, and maybe go out there and spread a little bit of love. That's all I got for today, guys. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you soon. Ciao.